And the next campaign we have is an exciting one, and this one is Tidal Blade's Rise of the Unfolders, and this is also launching on the 22nd, and this plays 1 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 120 minutes to play, and you may have already heard of their previous game, which was Tidal Blade's Heroes of the Reef, and this is actually a complete standalone game that plays completely different than that original game. The original was a worker placement with dice rolling and upgrading, and in that game players were competing to become a Tidal Blade, which is a sort of knight or warrior that exists in this universe. This new game does have the same designers, so if you're a fan of the work, you can be happy to see that they are continuing to expand this series, and it will also have the same artist as well, so you can expect that same amazing artwork. And this game, like I said, will be completely different than the original, but it will also feature the same original characters, and while in the original game you were trying to become Tidal Blades, in this game you have become Tidal Blades and you're actually going out and using everything that you've learned and your knowledge and actually trying to protect your home. And you're going to be doing this over an 18 scenario dungeon crawling campaign that is highly focused on deck building. And there are a few other really interesting design choices that I think are worth mentioning here. The first is that the game will be using a booklet in order to present the map, but this is actually taken to the next level because you're actually going to have 2 booklets that fit together so that the seams are out on the outsides of the board and they won't get in the way as you're moving your miniatures or different resources across the map. And another really interesting aspect of the map that I think is going to be really fun is that it's actually broke up into 9 different sections, and depending on which section you're in, you're going to gain some benefits for being there. These abilities will be there by default, but players will also have a board outlining these different regions, and you can put cards onto your board in order to augment or change the abilities that are active there. The caveat here is that if you ever fill a column or row on your board, it's going to get wiped clean and then get reset back to that original ability, but players will be able to upgrade that again. And I really like these new ideas here and the innovations that they bring to the board game design space, and I expect that we probably will see more of this type of work done in the future. And another thing I really like to see is designers doing something completely different than what they've done in the past and still doing a great job of it. And it looks like these designers have managed to accomplish that. So for that reason, this one is also my pick of the week. And players will be all starting with the same boards in order to track this as well as their stats, but the real differences come with the characters and the cards that you're going to be adding to your deck throughout the game. Players will be able to add and remove cards from their deck throughout the game to really customize what sort of character that they want to be. So players might want to specialize in certain areas so that they are more powerful as a team. But your deck can get bogged down each time you take damage or if you push yourself too hard because you'll be putting wounds into your deck throughout the game, and these will essentially clog up your deck and make your other cards more difficult to reach. And whenever a battle takes place, both the monsters and the characters will be playing in order of their initiative, and players will be playing cards from their hand onto their board in order to set their initiative before battle. Those cards will also be used in combat to mitigate your rolling because this combat is resolved through dice rolling. And if you don't always win, you don't have to be too worried about it because the game does allow you to fail forward if you want that more immersive experience. But one of the abilities that Tidal Blades do have is the ability to rewind time. So you can actually restart a battle as much as you want and try to do a better job to better prepare yourself for the future of the campaign. So this is a game that does a great job of allowing players to restart from different checkpoints, both from a design standpoint, but also justifies it thematically. And if you want a more freeform exploration of the world that Tidal Blades has to offer, this campaign is also going to be offering a campaign sourcebook for the brand new Tidal Blades RPG. So this campaign's already adding a couple really exciting additions to the Tidal Blades series. So if you're interested in this one, definitely check it out, and I have links in the description below.